OZEMPIC, using it to drop a few pounds. Another side effect to its soaring popularity.
Hollywood's biggest stars aren't fading away. They're shrinking before our eyes. Faces once full of life now look hollow. Bodies once admired now raise serious concern. Behind the red carpets and filtered photos lies a quiet rush to doctors for off-label weight loss injections like OZEMPIC. Is this dramatic transformation a sign of health, or a warning we're ignoring?
Tonight, we expose the shocking celebrity changes of 2025 and the dark price behind Hollywood's latest obsession.
Emily Simpson's recent transformation places her under intense public scrutiny and highlights how quickly the OZEMPIC conversation can turn toxic. As a longtime cast member of The Real Housewives of Orange County, Emily is used to commentary about her appearance, but this time the reaction is different. She openly acknowledges using a GLP-1 weight loss medication along with liposuction, a combination that produces rapid and highly visible changes. While her body becomes slimmer, the most noticeable shift appears in her face. Her features look sharper, her cheeks more hollow, and her overall appearance more angular, changes that many viewers associate with what doctors commonly describe as OZEMPIC face. Social media responses are immediate and harsh. Some fans say she looks unrecognizable, while others question whether she is being fully transparent about the extent of her procedures. Emily admits that the constant analysis begins to affect her mental health. She explains that the obsession with numbers and appearance becomes so overwhelming that she stops weighing herself altogether, choosing to protect her emotional well-being. Today, Emily says her priorities have changed. Rather than chasing fast results, she focuses on strength training, balance, and sustainability. Her experience illustrates a key warning. Combining surgical fat removal with appetite-suppressing medication can amplify physical changes, especially in the face. Emily's story now serves as a reminder that dramatic transformations often come with emotional consequences that are rarely visible on screen. Jon Gosselin may no longer dominate tabloid headlines, but his recent transformation has reignited concern for a very different reason. Best known from Jon and Kate Plus 8, Jon openly shares that he used a GLP-1 weight loss medication to shed weight quickly, losing around 30 pounds in a matter of weeks. At first, the results feel exciting. The scale drops fast, clothes fit differently, and the promise of control seems real. But as his appearance changes, the downside becomes visible. His face looks noticeably thinner, his neck gaunter, and his overall appearance more tired and aged, sparking mixed reactions from fans who barely recognize him. The real turning point comes when Jon is no longer able to continue the medication. Like many who use these drugs off-label, he learns that long-term access is expensive and often not covered by insurance. Once the injections stop, the weight returns quickly and completely. Jon now speaks openly about how discouraging that regain feels, explaining that the rapid cycle of loss and gain takes a serious toll on both the body and self-confidence. He acknowledges that facial fat lost too quickly does not always return evenly, leaving lasting changes that are hard to reverse. Today, Jon says he regrets chasing a fast fix. Rather than continuing medication cycles, he focuses on stability, healthier routines, and realistic expectations. His experience stands as a clear warning. Dramatic transformations may look impressive in the moment, but the long-term consequences, physical, emotional, and financial, can far outweigh the short-term reward. Katy Perry's recent public appearances have sparked growing concern and renewed speculation about Hollywood's obsession with extreme thinness. Once known for her vibrant energy and youthful glow, the pop star now appears noticeably leaner, with hollowed cheeks and sharper facial lines that seem to emerge almost overnight. The speed of the change raises questions, especially as fans compare photos from events only months apart and struggle to reconcile the dramatic difference. Behind the scenes, industry insiders quietly acknowledge the challenge of presenting Katy under bright stage and red carpet lighting, which tends to exaggerate every contour of her face. Makeup artists reportedly work carefully to add warmth and fullness, while photographers adjust angles to soften her appearance. Paparazzi images, however, tell a less controlled story, one of a face that looks sculpted, but also visibly fatigued. Adding to the concern are reports that Katy appears lower on energy during long appearances, occasionally stepping away to rest between commitments. While those close to her attribute the change to a demanding schedule, motherhood, and career pressures, others continue to speculate about the role weight loss medication may play. Katy herself remains silent, neither confirming nor denying the rumors. Today, she stays focused on her Las Vegas residency and family life, but the conversation around her transformation refuses to fade. Her situation reflects a larger pattern in Hollywood, where rapid physical change often sparks admiration at first, until it begins to raise uncomfortable questions about health, pressure, and sustainability. Rebel Wilson's transformation was once celebrated as an inspiring story of discipline, mindset, and self-love. For years, she publicly credits healthier eating, regular exercise, and mental clarity for her dramatic weight loss, positioning herself as proof that change could happen naturally with commitment. However, recent discussion within the industry continues to raise questions about whether her journey is as straightforward as it appears. Observers point out that the most dramatic shift in her appearance occurs over a relatively short period, fueling speculation that pharmaceutical assistance may have played a role. What makes the controversy especially sensitive is how deeply Rebel's transformation becomes tied to her personal brand. She shares motivational messages, speaks publicly about health, and releases content centered on her journey, inspiring fans who trust her transparency. If weight loss medication contributes behind the scenes, critics argue that the lack of clarity risks misleading those who look to her as an example. Adding to the speculation, insiders describe noticeable changes in her demeanor during the period of rapid transformation, suggesting both physical and emotional strain. Rebel does not publicly confirm using OZEMPIC or similar drugs, and she continues to emphasize self-awareness and balance in recent interviews. Today, she focuses on motherhood, her acting career, and promoting her memoir, Rebel Rising. Still, the unanswered questions surrounding her weight loss highlight a broader issue. In Hollywood, authenticity and image often collide, leaving audiences unsure where inspiration ends and illusion begins. Scott Disick's recent appearance has sparked serious concern among fans and those closest to him. Once known for his confidence, charm, and larger-than-life personality on Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Scott now looks strikingly different. He appears noticeably thinner, with hollowed cheeks, sharper facial angles, and an overall frail look that many say makes him appear far older than his early 40s. The speed of the transformation raises alarms, especially as side-by-side photos from just months apart reveal a dramatic shift that feels sudden and unsettling. Sources close to the Kardashian family suggest the change coincides with increasing pressure to maintain relevance within a highly image-driven media environment. Behind the scenes, makeup artists reportedly work carefully to soften Scott's appearance for filming, while family members, particularly Kourtney Kardashian, are said to express genuine concern about his health and well-being. There are also reports that attempts to encourage him to slow down or refocus on balance have had limited success. Beyond the physical changes, friends notice a shift in Scott's behavior. Once social and outspoken, he now appears more withdrawn, often avoiding public events and large gatherings. Today, Scott continues to appear on the family's Hulu series and lives a quieter life in Hidden Hills. His transformation feels less like a reinvention and more like a warning, one that reflects the heavy toll fame, constant scrutiny, and relentless image pressure can take, even on someone who once seemed completely at ease in the spotlight. Amy Schumer's experience with weight loss medication offers one of the clearest counterpoints to Hollywood's obsession with rapid transformation. Unlike many celebrities who remain silent, Amy speaks openly about trying OZEMPIC and quickly realizing it was not right for her. She explains that the side effects are overwhelming persistent nausea, extreme fatigue, and emotional instability that make even basic daily activities difficult. Most troubling for her is how the medication interferes with motherhood. Amy shares that while on the drug, she struggles to play with her young son, feeling physically drained and disconnected during moments that matter most. Amy later reveals that she carries a genetic marker that makes her especially sensitive to nausea, intensifying the drug's effects. Rather than pushing through the discomfort for the sake of appearance or career expectations, she chooses to stop treatment altogether. Her decision is deliberate and firm. Her health and her role as a parent come first. Today, Amy remains vocal about rejecting what she calls Hollywood's shortcut culture. She challenges the idea that extreme discomfort should be normalized in the pursuit of thinness, and uses her platform to advocate for body acceptance and honesty. While some industry insiders criticize her for pushing back against the trend, Amy stands by her choice. Her story reframes the conversation, reminding audiences that true well-being is not measured by weight loss alone, but by the ability to fully show up for life beyond the spotlight. Oprah Winfrey's public acknowledgement of using weight loss medication marks a turning point in Hollywood's wellness conversation, and not without controversy. For decades, Oprah stands as a symbol of self-acceptance, openly sharing her lifelong struggles with weight while encouraging millions to reject shame and embrace compassion. That legacy is exactly why her decision surprises so many. When she confirms that medication is now part of her health routine, fans are divided between support and disappointment. Oprah explains that her choice is not about vanity, but about managing long-term health and releasing the guilt she has carried for years. She says the medication helps quiet constant thoughts about food, allowing her to focus on well-being rather than self-blame. Yet critics argue that her influence changes the stakes. As one of the most trusted voices in media, Oprah's endorsement risks normalizing pharmaceutical shortcuts for people who may not have her access to medical supervision or financial resources. The tension deepens because Oprah's brand is built on authenticity. Some followers feel conflicted, questioning whether this shift contradicts her earlier stance against quick fixes. Others see it as growth, an honest acknowledgement that biology can overpower willpower. Today, Oprah continues leading wellness conversations through her platforms and partnerships, but her revelation leaves a lasting impact. Her story illustrates how even icons must navigate evolving truths, and how one personal health decision can reshape public perception on a massive scale. Kourtney Kardashian's recent transformation has sparked intense speculation and reopened long-standing questions about authenticity in celebrity wellness culture. As the founder of Poosh, Kourtney builds her public image around clean living, organic products, and natural health practices. That is precisely why her noticeably leaner frame and sharper facial features have caught so much attention. Fans who once viewed her as the most natural Kardashian now struggle to reconcile her evolving appearance with the holistic lifestyle she promotes. What fuels the controversy is Kourtney's careful silence. Her social media posts remain polished and vague, offering no clear explanation for the change, which only deepens speculation about possible pharmaceutical assistance. Medical professionals commenting broadly on similar transformations note that the speed and pattern of her weight loss resemble medical intervention more than gradual lifestyle-based change. If true, critics argue, it could undermine the trust she has built with followers who purchase Poosh products, expecting transparency and natural solutions. Insiders also suggest the topic has created quiet tension within the Kardashian family, where image consistency is critical to brand value. While Kourtney has stepped back from some family projects since focusing on marriage and motherhood, concerns reportedly linger about how public perception could affect the wider Kardashian brand. Today, Kourtney continues promoting wellness content and balancing life with her growing family, but the disconnect between her message and appearance remains a source of debate, one that highlights how fragile credibility can be in an industry built on image. The transformations you've seen aren't just about weight loss. They reveal the growing pressure to look perfect at any cost. OZEMPIC and similar drugs may promise fast results, but behind the red carpets and social feeds are stories of strain, side effects, and unanswered questions. These celebrities remind us that extreme change often comes with consequences that cameras don't capture. As Hollywood continues to reshape beauty standards, it's worth asking who truly benefits from this obsession and who pays the price. If this expose changed the way you see celebrity transformations, share your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more stories that uncover the truth behind fame, image, and influence.